You all, hello, come on in. I'm just on here for a few seconds. I had to share with you all exactly what I was out here doing and why I'm doing it, and then what I'm about to get ready to do. You'll hear the water in the background because what I'm really doing is really saturating the raised beds. I'll share with you all what I'm about to plant. I'm hoping that I did not burn out my Vitamix because I was inside pulverizing some of the eggshells that we use, and then after I crack them, I'll wash them out real good. I'll wait for them to dry, and then when I get enough, then I will pulverize them in the Vitamix and I'll make like a powder. But it just stopped on me, so that's another story. We'll see. The Vitamix still feels a little bit hot, so I'm hoping that it just got hot and it just needs to cool off. But I'm really saturating my garden beds really well because right here, we had kind of cleared this out, but we kind of planted at the same time. So we had like arugula lettuce right here. And let me tell you, now is not the time to plant arugula because I let them just kind of do what they were going to do while they sat here. And we had so many, if you all see like the white or the yellow moths, those are laying like a lot of worms that are not good for the garden. So what happened was, although arugula was popping up, the worms were steadily eating them. And so that's why I really love fall planting, y'all, is because it's less pest pressure. So I'm still, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, according to my schedule, I am still going to go ahead and I am going to start prepping my fall plants inside. I'm going to start the seeds for them. But when I do put them outside late August, early September, I'm going to have to put like the insect netting over there because I still see the little lime green moths flying around. I still see them laying eggs. And so you just have to be careful of that. What I am going to do, I'm going to share with you all what I'm going to do with this bed, but let's walk over here because I have been trying to give myself grace and like slowly but surely start prepping for fall. So in this bed, it was determinate tomatoes. And determinate tomatoes simply means that you get your tomatoes all at once. Once they put on all of the tomatoes, you can pull them up. So we had the Roma tomatoes. And you all, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to either can the whole tomatoes, just depending on my time frame, or I'm either going to make a sauce with the tomatoes. Those were Roma tomatoes. So we planted Roma tomatoes here in this bed, and I'm going to come back and tell you why I did this right here. But all of the Roma tomatoes and these little last few I got to take in, but I got a whole basket inside. Like, it's probably about, I want to say 10 to 14 pounds. So when I planted the Roma tomatoes, we started them from seed. I did that bed that I just showed you. I did that one first. And then maybe like 2 weeks later, I did this bed of Roma tomatoes second. And I picked a lot off the other day. These are just like the remnants. But probably within the next week, we're going to go ahead and pull these. So this bed will be clear. This bed will be clear right here as well. And then I started some 40-day cucumbers right here, which we have a very good germination rate. And then that one, I'm not going to lie to y'all, it was a good germination rate. When I look on my weather app, every day it says it's going to rain. Like today, it got dark, it got cloudy, and I might have felt about 5 drops. So you just got to define what does rain really mean. So I was like, let me go ahead, let me water these because I direct sowed them, meaning that I put them directly into the ground. So you got to keep them moist, especially till they start to get established. But right here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to plant right here. This bed has been just kind of like, we had some lettuce here. We had some bachelor buttons here. We had a few beans here. And so we've prepped this. And again, if you're just joining us, What you see right here is eggshells that I save, I rinse, I wash out, I dry, and I pulverize them, kind of make them into a powder. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed, y'all. Please help me that my Vitamix did not go out. It's still warm, and I'm like, don't try to keep cutting it on. Just let it cool off, and then maybe tomorrow I will try it. But what I will say is that I've had this Vitamix for a lot of years. But let me ask y'all something, and y'all put it in the comments. I feel like a lot of times when we buy appliances, you know how it may have a warranty or it may have, how good it lasts. And it's like an internal something that as soon as those years is up, like 7 years one day, then it like goes out. That's just how I remember having like DVDs and VCRs, and they'll have a warranty on there, and it's like as soon as you think you're in the clear, it'll just like go out. I don't know. But what I'm doing right now, because before I plant, I'm not going to depend on the rain, I'm not going to depend on the weather app. I am really soaking this raised bed down. And so what I did was I added some compost. I think I'm going to have to do one more order of the soil 3, because as I get ready to switch out for fall, I want y'all to see how the beds are like going down again. So me personally, I like my beds full. I don't like them low. That's just my personal preference. You can do whatever you want to do, but I like to top them off. And when I top them off, I add the soil 3. So if you are new to us, or even if you've been following us for a while, so we've been there in the Atlanta area, y'all, I think it's either this may be year 3 in the Atlanta area. But when we got these raised beds built, they're 4 by 8 by 24. The people who built them for us, they did kind of like the hugelkultur method. So they had logs on the bottom. So it's like logs and a lot of tree stumps or whatever you want to call it on the bottom. There are leaves, there all of this good stuff. And then maybe the top 12 to 15 inches, it's just like the compost and the garden soil and the raised bed soil. But what I can tell you is the settling is really quickly. Now, y'all know that when I was in the Savannah area, I just did straight. I went to a place that was in Richmond Hill. So if you're in the Savannah area, there's a place in Richmond Hill called Get Mode. They sell like a raised bed blend. That's probably like the best blend that I have experienced, and they're very reasonable. It's like $25 a scoop. And so when I fill my raised beds in Savannah, I did not do the hugelkultur method. I just used straight the soil that they provided. And so it didn't settle as much. So what I will tell you is that the hugelkultur method, as things are starting to break down, decompose, whatever they're doing underneath these raised beds is doing it at a fast rate. So I'm constantly having to top the beds off, which is why I get the soil 3. To me, it's just more cost efficient than going to get the bag soil, but I've ran out. So I may call them one more time out for the fall so that I can top off all of the eight raised beds. If you've been following us, this was phase 1 over here. This was phase 2. So it's 8 4 by 8s, and then it is the herb garden that is 2 L shapes